Oh, we will be in a hot second. What, is it me? Oh, we are live? Holy shit. All right. Oh, it's been a hot minute. Well,
some things never change.
well, I don't have the visuals, man. I didn't take any acid yet. Hello, Hachi Machi, and welcome back to Delco Live. It has been a hot minute. We have lost presidents, we've lost kings and queens, we've lost not that many birds games. We've lost our pride. It's been 3 months, Al. One trimester.
One trimester.
One trimester.
And everything has changed. Number one, we're, as you all can tell, we're not.
That's not a sentence that's ever been said about Delco.
Yeah, well, yeah, no. But the one thing is, you can tell we are not in studio today, and because there is no more studio.
No.
Yeah, shocker there.
We sold it. It was holding us down.
Holbrook needed a fix. He lost it.
Got a lot of perk 30s for it.
Yeah, we were sharing it with a very unscrupulous doctor.
Really. But we're here at Dolan's Bar right here in Ridley Park, the most Delco bar. So we're going to do the most Delco comeback. The most Delco bar, right?
Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
What's up, Ridley Park, Pennsylvania?
This is the rowdiest Monday
There's
night.
4,000 people in
They're
here.
giving us some 1907 hate, Al.
Oh.
So I got to point
Singers.
something out here. It has been
90 days.
90 days.
A trimester.
90 days. We don't do anything for that time, and Dolan's classes the place up. That's why I put the cameras this way.
What, Rosemary East?
Yeah, like that's.
I guess this guy's full of them.
This look at the window. We got vitamin D in here on the reg. What's going on?
Yeah. We've gotten. I mean, listen.
What about the vampires? And the gargoyles and the bargoyles?
We try to push that away. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
We do have. We are vampires.
Well, la-di-da.
Some not as bad as we used to be, like in the early 2000s and 90s, but there's a vampire night every now and again where we're gonna have to figure out some way to cover these windows up. Yeah. So anyway, but
you guys always follow the rules anyway, though, man.
Yes, we have. I will say in the last decade, we follow the rules, but we used to be not.
Since we've
compliant,
known you guys in a business way, you guys are the most professional dive bar or whatever.
Don't tell anybody that. Yeah. Look, shit costs money, man. Like if you do things wrong, and we did get hit with one after hours. They sent the Narcan, and I was away, and a couple of my boys or actually two of our people were working, and they the guy buddied up to him, and they're like, "Oh, here, you want another drink after 2:30? Boom! There's your fucking $2,000 fine."
Damn!
Yeah.
Wow, 2,000, huh?
That's what they do, man. That's what they do. And I think they did it 2 weekends in a row.
Ooh.
So you got hit for two of them instead of one offense.
So how's it work? Do they come up to you that week and give it to you, or does it all pile up and you just get the shit in the mail?
It depends. If you get hit with something like that, they typically mail it in and say, "Hey, there's a citation. You can get a lawyer, yada, yada, yada." They tell you what it is, when it happened. And if you're cool with them, they tell you exactly what happened, who was in there. They even describe the person, and you usually get to talk to them.
Is this the liquor control board or the local police?
Yeah, liquor control board, yeah.
They don't sit there and go, "Remember me, hot shot?" They don't pull you one of those deals.
So I know that they there was a time where they had to tell the local municipality that they were coming in the bars.
Yeah.
I don't know if they still do or not. I don't think so.
In one of the places I work, they do as a courtesy, and usually if you're tight with the police, they relay to you that there may be some suspicion. Yeah,
might want to not serve 16-year-olds tonight, Frank.
All right.
So we don't.
I'm sorry, I thought this was America.
Listen, Jimmy, if you're selling drugs behind the bar, tonight might not be the night to do it. But yeah, no, we're pretty above board when it comes to shit.
Vicodin Wednesdays is off the table. Fuck this.
I always wanted to. Here's one that it was a bucket list thing for me, and I should have gotten it 1,000 times and did not. I've always wanted because there's hold on. Don't say it. Do not finish my statement. There's a monthly beverage journal that goes out And on the back of it has all the violations, and it could be pecuniary reasons, financial. I've always wanted.
Hold on a second. They put you on blast too.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Well, so after you,
it's like a country club when you don't pay your dues.
After you get fined, it'll be in this publication, and it has to go to the paper too. But I've always wanted the lewd and lascivious behavior.
The what?
Lewd and lascivious behavior.
Bar owner hanging dong.
Yeah, no doubt.
Delco Times posts them every so often, and it'll be like putt wasn't keeping their meat at like the right temperature. I'm like, that's not exciting.
And listen, man, like I got
they didn't have their balls cleaned up.
I don't like how they're posting Board of Health violations on there either.
Yeah,
this is a industry that's on its knees since the coronavirus, and like they're literally getting clickbait out of like blah 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 China King, roach droppings or whatever were found, and like it's like, dude, you know what I mean? Like, I get it if they've been hit over and over and over again, yeah, go ahead, blast them out. But like, they can walk in anywhere, anytime, and you could be like, oh my god, that shit's in there.
Yeah,
that's all.
Steph Dolan saying #goals for your missed opportunities,
right?
Lascivious behavior.
So there's that.
So all right, since we're on the topic here, what gave birth to the idea of let's put some holes in the wall and throw some glass in it?
Oh, he's 100% on Rosemary.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 100%. So when Rosemary opened up, like it was a big deal to this town. Phil Breen invested a lot of money into the town, and I mean, I remember like just walking across the street the first couple of weeks and seeing like nothing but like Bentleys and Cayennes and shit on the street, and I was like, okay. And we started getting.
And he said, "That's who I want here for Viking and Wednesdays."
So what I did wanted to do was grab that after that restaurant closed. Opportunity, and that's what we went after. I mean, I've always wanted this to be, before up here was the takeout beer, right? And takeout went from 35% of our revenue to literally 3.5%.
Oh, wow.
After Acme's and Wawa's were given our licenses by the state of Pennsylvania.
That is trash.
Thank you, Pennsylvania.
Boo.
So,
I mean,
it was wasted space.
Right there.
Wasted space. And it looks nicer. You know what I mean?
Listen, I make the jokes, but yeah, I mean, I drive by here every day.
Yeah.
And I should have just.
And you never stop, Al.
And
all right. Why did you say that? At least I have an excuse.
I drive right past this place every goddamn day.
I wave.
I'm the one who throws shit at the windows.
Like a sad the Burgundy is in there.
So what else is new that maybe people who haven't been to Dolan's in 3 months would not know?
We have full-time kitchen except for Mondays right now, at night. So 5 o'clock on, basically any day you can get food here.
By the way, the smash burgers are
thanks, brother.
Amazing.
Yeah,
I'm not just saying that because you're right there. I don't have to say that. I'm telling you, they are amazing.
Spectacular fries.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So we got that going on. We have Vetted podcast every Tuesday night with Hollis and Irv, which I'm going to do a show and tell for you in just a second.
It's Irvin Fryer. Fucking A, dude. That's wild.
Two great guys right there.
He decided to settle up and like lives around here now.
So because both these guys are out of the league now, you can't get their jerseys, so you got to go down to the shop and bring them there or have them write an email. And Hollis and I
know a guy who has a guy who's a guy.
Well, yeah. And Hollis and I have been supposed to do it like 3 or 4 times and didn't go through. So for Christmas, his mother just passed and he went home and he gave me, and this is going up on the wall in here, this is his first start as an Eagle game worn jersey.
Stop.
Isn't that cool?
Dude, that's wild, man.
Hold that up on the camera a little bit. Let's there you go. Signed and all.
That's great show and tell for the night.
The great Tank.
Dude, that's awesome.
So Vetted, it's here every Tuesday?
Yeah, every Tuesday night, except for tomorrow night and last week because of Christmas Eve. Yeah, but it's been cool. It's been a lot of fun.
Two great guys. I've got to know both of them over the years and can't miss. Must see TV right there.
Yeah.
So what is Hoagie Heights?
All right.
Amazing.
Besides a cultural tour de force.
As you well know, Garage Beer has been a great partner of ours, and we got hooked up with them via Jamie prior to Wiffle Ball Madness. And
if you're wondering who Jamie it is the Philly sports guy. He's right there.
And by the way, was that PSG's first foray into acting? Because I'm spelling Oscar from Hoagie Heights.
He plays the best corpse.
Oscar needs a shower. I'm spelling it so bad. That's what I'm telling you.
Good corpse, right?
Great corpse.
Yeah. So Matty McGinley, Matty Ice here. He's an aspiring screenwriter, and we were like, let's start doing some commercials for Garage, and maybe we'll get some attention through it, yada yada yada. And the first one we did, we sent to their marketing guy is a guy by the name of Corey Smale. I've told you guys about this before, but he was the guy who was responsible for bringing PBR to a national spotlight again about 10 years ago, and he got fired 3 years ago.
He's the alpha hipster.
He got fired for putting a tweet out on a Sunday afternoon when he was at the beach drunk that said, if you're not drinking PBR, try eating ass. And I remember when it happened. I'm like, this guy's fucking gangster. So I didn't know it was him. So I had a conference call with him and a couple other guys from Garage. And dude, Garage went from literally 4 states in April to 46 right now.
46?
46, bro.
And 2 of those are probably the freak states.
Yeah, I would imagine so. And maybe
what's the other one? The other two, Utah and fucking.
So anyway, we're doing our second conference call, and I'm like, let me look up this dude because he's real charismatic, and I see it. I'm like, holy shit, that was him. And he literally, the whole company loved it, but legal's like, we can't keep him. And he's like, fuck you. I have 35 job offers right now because of it. And so, I mean, I told him we were going to start putting some things out. He goes, just send it to me. We'll share it out. And he's an interesting cat. So I sent it to him. And we posted in our 3 platforms. Our first Hoagie Heights was just a quick 30-second video. Jamie was in it. Sammy Davison down there. Matty Ice, I'm in it.
So wait, the Hoagie Heights, that's the promoter for Garage Beer? Is that what you're saying now?
We're doing it for Garage Beer.
You're doing it for Garage Beer. Yeah. Oh, you're trying to woo them.
Well, no, okay, more or less.
Okay. By the way,
the wooing part's over. You know what I mean?
The character, Thick Sirianni.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, thank you.
Love it.
Delco Donowitz is my favorite character since the Philly sports guy.
He looks pretty goddamn close, doesn't he?
It's spectacular.
The best is running into Dom with him. That's fun shit to watch. Because you could see Dom's like, oh, God. So initially, when he first found out about it, he met us down at Chickies and Pete's for the Kelsey lookalike contest.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a great video, by the way.
You guys won on your birthday in October, right?
Yeah, that was a big deal. That was a lot of fun. And then...
what did you win for that, by the way?
So, tickets to this Dallas game.
Oh, shit.
There was a bunch of shit. And it was like 8 of us who did it. There was Tugboat Allen. But here's the thing. Jamie was one of the judges. So was Ross Tucker. So was Ross Tucker. And so was, who was it? Trey Thomas, right? Trey Thomas. So, okay. So, and Pete, what's his last name? Gioni, whatever it is.
Yeah.
From Chickies and Pete's. So.
Oh, Pete from Chickies and Pete's? Pete.
So we win, right? And it's a group thing. And there's a guy in it who's from media who goes nuts. Like, there's just fucking bullshit. And there's E-Rock was in it, who's one of the biggest social media guys in Philly when it comes to sports. Jordan Spector was in it. Like obviously, it's not rigged because these guys would have won it if that was the case.
Sure.
Right? But this guy was not having it.
And he knew
not having it.
He knew PSG, literally.
Well, hold on. Don't even say that. But he knew that he was around here.
Okay. All right.
So
I wasn't going to say that part.
He came here the next day.
Love it.
To settle up the tab, bro.
Oh, throw down?
Oh, yeah.
A dude from media rolled into Dolan's to fight Dolan.
They laughed it out, but it was sketchy for 15, 20 minutes.
So he came in, did he come by himself or a posse? A media posse?
And he's a meaty dude, bro.
Yeah.
Meaty, yeah. I think he was a big rugby player or something.
Yeah.
Anyway.
He was here to haze somebody.
So I couldn't wait to tell the Garage guys about it. They're like, shut the fuck up.
That's a new t-shirt, by the way. He's a meaty dude.
Yeah. I mean, thick. He's thick, bro.
He's the real thick Sirianni here.
He's the real thick. Anyway, it was a great time. We had a good time.
A meaty dude versus the Garage Gang. Is that what you guys call yourselves now?
Yeah.
The Garage Gang?
Garage Gang.
I love that.
So let's talk. I want to talk about Hoagie Heights a little bit more.
So that's how it started. So we did a quick video of Nady licking his lips in here, and we had our Kelsey, Will McCullum, pretend that he was Kelsey going to get a gallon of milk.
Yeah.
and everybody in here had a man's errand in front of them. It was called a man's errand. It was like tampons and milk, whatever was on the bar. Everybody had something they had to buy for their wives, and he announces that Kylie's pregnant, which we didn't know at the time that she was. And Jason shared it out within like 3 or 4 minutes, and like my Twitter went to 500,000, which was wild.
That's awesome.
It was cool.
So with the Hoagie Heights, that turned into a
Series,
Sopranos style series, but the opener when you were driving through with the Sopranos song playing, just chef's kiss on that one. That was great.
Yeah,
it's great. So was that originally planned, or was that just this was cool, let's add to it?
There was we did an Italian fest here prior to that, and that's where the first time Phony Soprano showed up.
Yeah,
that's I'm eating ice cream on the chair.
Yeah,
and Hitler, the Rommel's playing on the television, and we get the beep, 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 beep on the phone, and so that went over real well. We got a lot of views on that, so we just decided to incorporate some of those characters into Hoagie Heights, and it became a little soap opera.
And
we had to kill off Jerry Jones, though. We were so sick of having him around, even though Lou did an amazing job. Lou Albanese.
What was his name again?
Geraldine Jones.
Geraldine Jones.
Yes, Geraldine Jones. Yeah.
So your boy Delco Donowitz, who's in there.
Yes.
You were just talking about the state of PA. I saw a picture of him hanging out with the governor.
Yep, we were all down at C6, and Mr. Shapiro showed up, and it was fucking funny. He I saw him once before at the Super Bowl, and I spilled a drink on him by accident.
The governor?
Yeah.
You sure it was an accident?
It was, during a selfie. It was. I don't have anything against the guy. I'm not saying I voted for him or not. But I don't. He's a nice guy.
He ruined 32% of our business, but
Heyo.
Got rid of most of them, but he's a nice guy. That's all.
Yeah, that's a stay off
guy. He's nice.
Is he a Birds fan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what part of the state he was from.
The lieutenant governor is a Steelers fan, and that's why they were there.
Fetterman?
No.
Oh, he's not the lieutenant governor no more?
No.
Oh, he's
the capo governor. No. He's a senator.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
Everyone against Oz.
Yeah.
I was up at Fox.
Yeah.
So I was on Fox News with Martha McCallum while that was going on, and it was a panel, and she asked us, "What do you think about Oz and Fetterman?" And I said, "Well, Fetterman reminds me of the guy who sold me OxyContin when I was on drugs, and Oz reminds me of the doctor who sold me subs to get me off." Didn't go over too well,
dude. That's brilliant.
Don't ask a question you want the answer to. That's what I say.
So garage beer.
Yeah,
not to be the hipster I am, but yeah, about 2 years ago, I moved out to the Edgemont area, and I sold an Edgemont beverage, and I was like, it says a beer that tastes like beer. Like that was their slogan. And I was like, all right. And it was like $9 for a cube. It wasn't even a case. I was like Hams, all right. So I bought it. I'm like, this is a beer that tastes like beer. I kind of like it.
It's good. Yeah, it's great.
This is not false advertising.
And to see it, like you said, 4 states to 46 states.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
So you guys are like trying to become a premier elite level seller of it.
We were the first ones to have them tapped in the region. And I think we are the largest seller that's not a supermarket or Chickies and Pete's.
Really?
Yeah.
Like the largest bar that sells it.
Privately owned. Whatever.
It's great beer. And listen, just the whole marketing, the marketing benefit of having Jason and Travis attached to it. You know what I mean? Like as share owners
in their backyard too. Might I add?
And they're from Ohio, and apparently
it's from Cleveland-ish, right?
I want to say Cincinnati. And Travis met the owners at the time in Vegas, and they were at a party and they hit it off, and that's how it all came about together.
And I do like, from an outsider looking in, not as a bar owner, but like they are very grassrootsy. Like I feel like all these other places, like a lot of people are like, we were kind of talking about this off the air, how there's some people, more national people than local people, who maybe are tired of certain people like Jason Kelce because they feel like he's in everything.
He's everywhere.
Or we talked about Big Dom. Like I was telling you how people are hating on him, and I don't get the hate, because if I could cash in on anything I do, I have big Al tampons. I could care less.
No doubt.
If it's sold, I do it. Like that's how I look at it. So power to those guys. But they do have their backing, but at the same time, they're working. They could have probably went anywhere else.
100%.
They could have went anywhere else with a bigger place, multiple locations, whatever.
Sure.
hating on Big Dom is a weird one because it is the equivalent of like, do you remember when the Cowboys had that one sideline medic that wore the cowboy hat?
Mm-mm.
The Cowboys, they literally had a doctor that was just like, someone break their leg and he come walking out looking like he was.
He's been like the Cowboys doctor for like 40 years. It's like something like ridiculous.
And be like, that man shot JR. Like, what the fuck?
I think Big Dom's like the Ray Donovan of the Eagles.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
He's a fixer.
Yeah,
I have a theory.
He ain't there for security.
Say on air. But I have a theory.
Heard that.
Yeah, I'll tell you guys off here. I have a theory.
Is it blackmailish?
Not more quiet.
They all love him, dude.
Keep him happy-ish.
Everybody absolutely adores the man. So I mean,
I've heard nothing but great about him. Like the guy, listen, you don't just keep people around.
We know what his job is, dude. When they get in trouble, he fixes it before it gets out.
Well, somebody said to me the other day, goes, "Why does a grown man like Nick Sirianni need an enforcer on the field with him, or need a guy?" I'm like, Sean McVay needs a guy that keeps him off the sideline
because we throw batteries at anyone.
Yeah, I know. Like, it's funny that, like, you're not to get into a sports topic, that you finally in Philly have a Philly-like coach and a Philly-like guy like Dom, and kind of incorporates that whole Philly attitude, and people don't like it.
Sure,
it's like,
wait, it's too Philly.
Come on, man.
This guy's too much of us.
He's making us look bad.
Yeah, no doubt. But I mean, I dig, I think it's cool that he's gotten national attention, and everybody like Pete Davidson wearing his shit, you know what I mean, at the games. And
the one thing I have to admit, and this is probably the only Italian at the table here, is him and Nick Sirianni have they have
the flags.
The flags. I can't find any of that.
Oh, they're put on there.
Huh?
They have them put on.
I know, but I like, you would think by now that there would be a market for that, for as popular as all that is.
Yeah, it's true.
And
I know one guy would buy them.
This guy.
Well,
yeah.
Delco Dom.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, I'd buy it in a heartbeat. And I kind of went on this pedestal a while back because, like, I remember years ago, I was at Italian Heritage Night at the Phillies game, and I bought my Italian Phillies hat. It's a black hat where the P has the flag colors kind of going it. And there's like one other one. It's like a blue one. But then there was a whole wall of the Irish one.
Oh, Lord.
I'm like, I kind of felt a certain kind of way. I'm like, what? They can't sell any more than two. And it's so hard to. I want to replace them. The hat's like 10 years old.
Yeah,
but I can't get any.
You're upset that they only made two Italian heritage.
Upset, but I'm like,
Phillies.
You can't even find. Like, if I wanted to go buy those ones again, like re-up the old one, I couldn't do it.
This is the most first world fucking problem I've ever heard.
White people, am I right? I mean, come on.
If we consider the Italians white now, Al. I'm kidding. This is why we were suspended for 90 days.
Yeah.
Speaking of conspiracy theorists, PJ, right in our backyard, we've got a drone out.
I knew you were going to bring this up.
Of course.
I'm going to bring it. This is my shit, Holbrook.
Oh, that's why we wanted to do this. So if anyone doesn't know, over like North Jersey, mid-November, there started being a bunch of drones flying over, rural areas and whatnot. And then they started getting closer and closer to army bases and all that. And there's really no explanation for them. But then we've seen them before around here, and they've been around recently. And I got videos that got sent to me on Saturday. A bunch of them flying around this area, including around Boeing, where you cannot be flying drones because it's too close to the airport. And the crazy thing is you can't shoot them down or do anything because they're technically airplanes.
Have you seen them?
A terrorist. I personally have not, but I got sent the videos of them literally on Stewart Avenue.
I've seen them probably 6 nights.
All right, give me your craziest theory first.
Alien invasion.
Okay. Yeah. So they're not homegrown.
To be honest with you, I think we're seeing two things. I think we're seeing military drones, and I think we're seeing something that might be non-human intelligence, which I think are the orbs that people are seeing out there.
Okay. Here's the thing: is we know that there's aliens now. Like, this is the funniest thing. I think we've talked about this your last show. That for years, like the question is, are we alone in the universe? Yeah. And any real scientist and would tell you that the universe is so vast to believe that we're the only ones with any sentient life on it would be
right.
Outlandish.
Yeah,
but. Could they get here? Could they travel here? That's a different story. But my point is they have declassified things and said, like, they've been trying to hide it for like 100 years. And then they go, do you want to go here, public? Yeah. Look at it. And nobody cares.
Nobody gives a shit at all.
And you as an Italian, does that upset you because they're foreign?
Yes. Yeah.
He just looks up and it goes,
Hey, one down.
So, to you molders, I'll be a Scully. I think it's like how all those dorks meet up with their ATVs and there's like a Snapchat group and they're like, oh, let's do it. And we got laws where they can't pull us over or nothing. And there's all these drone dorks that have like a thing and they're like, let's go fly over Lake Hurst.
So what I've seen personally, and I'm like, this is my shit. So I listen to podcasts nonstop about it. And I had heard probably around the 10th of December that they were coming in off of the ocean. So my wife gets a new car, and I'm like, let's take a ride down to Point Pleasant because I heard that was like the hot spot. We go down there 5:15 at night, right as the sun goes down, and we see 50 of them come off the ocean and do a circling pattern right out in the ocean.
Okay.
So, all right. I can't see where it's definitely not hobbyists because of the size of the drones and the amount of the drones. They're estimating thousands of these things. They're seeing them, and it's not just in New Jersey. They're seeing them all over the country at this moment.
Yeah.
Do I think it could be military? Sure. 100%.
But what though?
What and why? Right.
Yeah.
And the government's lying.
I think it's a distraction.
Could be.
Like they're trying to keep our attention away from something else.
It could be. I don't. It could be a false flag. It could be it could be people looking for nuclear weapons that have been gone missing, which is another theory. There's an alien invasion, a fake alien invasion, just to build up the defense budget. The CEO of Lockheed Martin on his deathbed said that after the Cold War is over, they're going to go into an endless war on terror, and when that dries up, they're going to do a fake alien invasion.
Is that why they're near Boeing, which was a competitor to Lockheed Martin?
Who knows? I don't know. Fuck do I know?
Made barbarians
serve garage beer and make crazy videos.
So that was one thing that actually caught me off guard is when I read all the stuff about New Jersey and North Jersey and all that shit. They were saying these aren't regular drones you'd buy at Hobby Lobby. These are the size of a glorified like Ford F-150.
Yeah.
Then when I got the call and the videos of 2 football fields away, I'm like, oh shit, they are.
Yeah. I saw a bunch of them out near Glen Mills.
But do you find it weird that if you we used to play softball and we play Manor Field right there, right? And dude, the FAA would show the fuck up if someone was flying a drone videotaping it because it's too close to the airport. Why are these things flying at Boeing literally hundreds of feet away and no one's intervening?
Somebody comes into your house, okay? Somebody comes into your house and basically is threatening or appears threatening. When do you not do anything?
When I know there's a bigger picture.
And that bigger picture is led by what?
Fear.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't know what it is. Whatever it is, it's
Ron Fisher has a theory.
Go ahead, Rombo.
He believes that the Italian Phillies hat deliveries.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, it is,
Man Barbarian chiming in here. A lot of people chiming in. Sorry, guys. Project Bluebeam is that a thing?
That is the the false alien invasion.
That's the one?
Oh, that's the
false?
Yes,
that's
because Ron calls it Project Blue Balls. So.
Attaboy, Ron. Attaboy. Man, we got so much to talk about, dude.
Let's go. Come on, bring it
on.
All
right. Tell us. Ron Fisher. Actually, before we even go to that, Ron Bell, I'm going to keep you on hold. Just because I love you, Ronnie. Tomorrow night, our very own Philly sports guy he's going to become the better Dick Clark of Delaware County. All right, I'm just letting you know that right now.
The biggest Dick
Clark in Delaware County. How about that?
The biggest Dick Clark of Delco. Okay.
So what we are doing tomorrow is we have a 42 by 26 feet long and wide crane that is coming to the back of this bar.
Wait, really?
Yes, and we are lowering down the first garage beer to be tapped in America at midnight.
So it's a full keg that's coming down. You're just going to tap it?
Full keg that will be lowered down at midnight with Christmas lights, garage beer flag, Dolan's flag, American flag, and we're going to tap that bad boy at midnight. And our plan is
it weird? I'm erect. Is it weird
to shut the town down and do it?
Oh, the aliens will be doing that. But yeah.
Well, hopefully we're not all stew at that point.
Do you worry about triggering an interplanetary war?
It very well could. In fact, we're probably going to climb up to the top of it and look for drones tomorrow night.
That's what I was going to say.
If you shoot from the top straight at the drones, is that illegal? Only if you shoot up, right?
I don't know.
Shoot out?
I don't know. Because they all got to come down, right?
Sooner or later, everything goes up, must come down.
So that's tomorrow night.
Larry,
$20 all you can drink garage from 10 to 1 in the morning.
How much?
$20.
That's
just
amazing.
garage beer.
fucking great.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
It is amazing.
Larry Nanny II said PJ Dolan 2028 us.
Oh, Nanny, I love you, buddy.
I don't know what that means, but I'll go with it.
We're secretly lovers.
Okay. Ian Fitzmyer says somewhere confirmed to be Chinese spies. Where was somewhere? How do you use that confirmation?
Saw on Reddit.
Somebody confirmed that it was
China.
Chinese.
It was us.
Oh, use my credit card.
You might be right, Ian.
It was my drunk uncle at Christmas.
No doubt.
See, Steph Dolan's not afraid of interplanetary war.
Is that what she said?
She just laughs at it. She just laughed at it.
She's scared shitless. She's going on a cruise soon. She goes, what do I do if I see him out in the
I was
ocean?
going to say that's where they are.
I don't think if I'm an invading force, be it outer space or
I put on my Phillies Italian hat, and
I don't think I'm worried. I think you're safe in the middle of the ocean. Like, what do you get out of a cruise ship?
Hostages. The Philadelphia Express.
Depends on the cruise line.
Well, this is true. This is true. Well, I mean, is anal probing still a thing?
What?
I mean, the anal probe, is that still a thing?
Yeah.
And yeah, of course it can be.
I mean, did they ever? I'm sure you've read and watched all the stuff about when they declassified stuff. Like, did they ever give you more than aliens were real? Like, did they give you
So here's the thing.
I just want to know, did they talk about buttholes in it?
Yeah.
No.
Did somebody mention a butthole?
Here, the whole alien thing, it could be so many different things. It could be one is extraterrestrial, which is time traveling, right? It could be other parallel universes that are able to pop through, right? A lot of people think in the Pentagon that it's either angelic or demonic.
Oh.
Yeah. There's a big feud in the Pentagon about whether or not this should be released because of the angelic and demonic aspect of this.
But
I don't know.
So you
I don't know shit. I don't think anything. I just listen to it all.
Do you think the government has proof that?
I think the government has proof of a lot of shit, dude.
God exists for sure.
No doubt.
Hands down.
No doubt.
But all right, so Antonio. Now this is not really a sports show, but Antonio wants to know: should the Eagles start Hurts and Saquon or not?
Saquon, yes. Hurts, no.
I think if you start Saquon, you got to start Hurts at least for the half the game.
What? Give him some reps.
Give him some reps.
So
if he's healthy. If he's healthy.
What's the analytics on resting a quarterback that long and going into a playoff?
I don't like it. I don't like him being that rusty. If he's not healthy enough.
Do we put him in the fourth quarter?
I put him in the first quarter, maybe the first half. Let Saquon try to get his 100 yards in the first half, and if you don't get it,
I'm more worried about Hurts playing than Saquon.
Have we didn't see him last week. Have we ruled out that aliens have taken him?
He was there.
Okay. They did not show
Not on the sidelines.
Ian's also saying one did get arrested. I don't know if you arrest a drone, but for espionage in Norfolk, Virginia, and the reason was funny because it crashed and the spy couldn't get to it in time.
The spy. Is this like Mad TV with the spy versus spy?
Yeah, one dressed in black, one dressed all in white.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Norfolk, Virginia. I know which one they weren't rooting for.
What's more likely in
probability standards?
Yeah. Let me ask this question. Like, what would shock you more? To find out there is a God and the devil, for sure, like without 100%. I mean, I'm a Catholic to believe this, but as we all know, there's not 100% proof that aliens have been living among us for 100 years already, if not longer now. Which one would be more reasonable for you to believe?
I think they've been around for millennia.
Huh?
I think they've been around for millennia. And there's a lot of old religious paintings where there's flying saucers in it. People are looking at the halos as the orbs now, shit like that. There's a lot of shit in old religious texts that leads to it. Ezekiel's wheel is basically the depiction of a UFO in the Old Testament. So I don't know.
Do you find it weird that like the governor of New Jersey is like, we need help, and the federal government's just like, ooh,
it's fucking
we're not
crazy,
doing
man.
that?
Like,
because they're supposed to be like boys.
What blows my mind is that people don't give a shit. Like all right, who's the Thursday night game this week? You know what I mean? Like, there's shit over our head.
I mean, the Birds are doing really good.
The government's lying. The government's lying about it.
It would be poetic if we win, we're a good chance to win the Super Bowl, but alien invasion occurs and kind of throws a monkey wrench into that.
Yeah,
that would be
shitty.
That would be shitty.
Couldn't they wait another fucking 2 weeks?
Yeah,
those aliens
can take over for the parade, bro.
So is Big Dom an alien? Is that like a whole thing here now?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
No doubt.
Okay.
No doubt.
A lizard person.
It's like Elon Musk. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm.
The
All right, so we talking about Dummers.
Yeah, tell us about
All
Dummers.
right.
Yes.
So this is our 5th year, and
Five.
yeah, this is a big one. So we
Number 5 will always love you.
Jamie, you want to talk about it?
Yes.
You want to talk about the Dummers?
Jamie.
Yes.
Come on up here, our very own
Ladies and
Philly
gentlemen,
sports guy. Oh, it's just sit in the hot seat.
the Philly sports guy.
What's up, guys?
Howdy, dude.
What up, PSG?
I just want to say
Oh,
that
loving that hoodie, by the way. Beautiful.
Damn.
I am very proud of your success in what you've grown this character into. You came on our show in 2018 and you launched the idea of it like a rough idea, and it was just like, and you put the work in, and now you are everywhere. And
Literally everywhere. I was watching the Eagles game the other day, and you were just sitting there. You weren't all in your shoulder pads. You were in your
Yeah, I don't have a Kelly Green jersey that fits over that,
yeah,
so I did
you
the
had
Kelly
your
Green.
overalls and all, which is whatever. That's not the point. My point is, you were just sitting there. Like before, I'm sure you had to get rowdy, get people around you to draw attention. They have now zoned in on you. It's not the other way around. You're not looking for them; they're looking for you.
Correct.
genuine joy was brought to me by your videos in Brazil, where you went like parasailing in full regalia. That was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that was, and they got a big kick out of it too, because they're like, you don't have an appointment? We don't care. This is obviously something cool that you're gonna do. I'd say Brazil was kind of fun in so many different ways. Like, I didn't expect so much of the stuff that I did down there to get back here and go viral. And not only did I go viral back here, but I went viral in Brazil. They were loving it.
Even though they hate the color green, apparently.
That it's in their flag. I don't know if you noticed that.
I was going to say
It's a national color.
I was going to say, wasn't that had to be a bunch of BS? That whole green.
All of it was bullshit.
But let me ask
Was
you,
it the aliens?
It might have been.
Fucking
so a lot of the talk about, since we're talking about it, was things were very tight down there, meaning like you couldn't wander off. You had to kind of stay in your lane. If you did, you were kind of putting yourself at risk. Did you feel any time that any danger down there? I mean, like at all?
So I kind of explained it like this. If somebody was going to come to Philadelphia from the very first time from anywhere, you wouldn't send them to Kensington. Same situation in Brazil. These places are favelas, and these favelas, they go up. And as you go further up the mountain, it gets poorer. So if you are walking around in one of those favelas, and so they self-police because the police don't help them. So ultimately, if you're in a neighborhood where you're not supposed to be, you're going to have something happen to you.
It's like wandering off a resort anywhere else.
Other than that, it was like it was just like here. They spoke a different language.
So I mean, they weren't shocked, awed by PSG. They loved every last second of it.
I'm on the beach at a beach party, and a professional football player, American football player who plays football professionally in Brazil, comes up to me and he goes, "What are you doing here? This game is in Sao Paulo. Obviously, you're here in Rio. What are you doing here?" And we started talking, and within minutes, he told me he was an offensive lineman. You know what I mean? And,
Oh wow!
and he was a little bit bigger than me. You know what I mean? But he wasn't great. But he played American football, and he's going to be going to the game. And the team started following me. It was kind of cool. The whole league started following me.
That's awesome. You should like go to one of their games as a representative of the Brazilian sports guy.
You're an ambassador.
Well, except the fact that they all use facial recognition and they can't let me in with the face paint.
Yeah, we've been there with that.
We went to Yankee Stadium with you.
Yeah.
Well, that was the first time the face paint was not allowed.
Which,
in Brazil,
by the way, that blew up in their face because all it did was make your face
So did the
red.
paint. Yeah.
Like it really just was dumb on
Went in looking like a baseball, came out looking like Hellboy.
yeah, but we found out that the day before there was a situation.
the guy dressed like the Joker or something.
Correct.
Yeah.
So this had to do more with the facial recognition. I've been in Yankee Stadium now with my face paint. They let me in now.
You won the battle.
Yeah.
They're
So
a soft franchise.
yeah.
So tell us about the Dummers.
Tell us about the Dummers.
So the Dummers has been 5 years. It was started out in the top of the bar, the top of the key, with 5 guys that were sitting around wondering what we were going to do for New Year's because we could not. Those guys were mummers, and they were part of like Finnegan's, and Kinney said no mummers. So we were like, okay, well, what are we going to do? I'm like, well, why don't we just kind of walk around here around Ridley Park? We'll march around here. You can wear your suits. I'll dress up as a Philly sports guy, and we'll walk around Ridley Park. And I think it was like a total of like 8 of us or 13 of us did, and literally just walked around this triangle here around Ridley Park twice.
How many times did y'all have to stop to take a breath?
Not very much. You know what? It was raining, so we were walking slow.
Okay.
And we were doing it. We were strutting. I mean, listen, Broad Street's long.
It is.
Swarthmore is, Swarthmore Avenue from, Sellers to, what is that street over there? I don't even know. That street down there
What was the bridge? Yeah.
That's short. So, and it was like, okay, that was the first one. Our second year, we grew a little bit more. Our third year, we decided to actually make it a charity. It was like, let's start. It's starting to grow here. Let's start to do some good. But we didn't want it to be like a charity, like we're going to donate this money to a specific charity.
Yeah. Because that's where the money gets lost to CEOs and shit.
Correct. We wanted to do something very, very boots to the ground. So we got a family, a Delco family who was in need, who has a child who has very special needs for whatever reasons there were. And we raised up some money and gave to that family. And this is our third year doing that.
Same family?
Different family now.
Oh, you're doing you do it family every year?
Yeah. So, and then we make them our grand marshal.
That's cool. That's cool.
So they get to ride in the cart. And most of these, they're like, I don't care about riding in this cart. Like they want to go just play on their PlayStation or whatever. But it's a fun thing. It's good for the family. It helps the community directly.
So what is it this year?
This year is Dean. Dean has got spina bifida, and he was chosen.
That was Nirvana's first name as a band, by the way. Spina bifida. I'm dead serious.
How about that?
There's your little fun fact for you.
I just learned something new.
Yep.
How about that?
Their second one was Imodium.
Imodium?
I'm not joking. Yeah.
How about that?
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So, but literally, it's been a great cause, and we're going to be doing it. It's always the Saturday after New Year's.
Saturday after New Year's. All right. So that's the third this year. Fourth. Yeah.
Fourth.
The
correct.
fourth, baby. I know that one.
And we found out that the Eagles will not be playing that day, so everybody has got that day off.
Perfect.
We got a couple days in between coming out to the most Delco New Year's party, and then for the Dummers.
If they played Saturday, as the Philly sports guy, what would be the priority? Being here for the D-Dummers or coming out or going to the Eagles game?
I told everybody actually that if we were going to play on Saturday, that I was not going to go to the game. That the Dummers are more important to me. Because listen, if this game meant a lot more than it did, it was easy because this game is. It's like okay, not for nothing. But because it is a nothing game. I mean, I hopefully, Saquon can break the record, but I don't think he's going to play either. So
but it's Saturday. What time?
Saturday. We tell people if you want to get painted up, we do have some costumes left for sale. So if you want to get painted up,
mainly
around 1.
Mainly the assless chap type costume. Sold.
Yeah.
Lords of Leather.
Actually, we do have some mummers costumes available. And I would say coming around 1, we are marching at 2.
Okay.
And that's a hard because now it's a thing. So we have to have cops.
Yeah.
We got the Ridley marching bands coming out.
That's awesome.
Do that.
What's the route? Just out here and then
we go out here and we head down to the 9/11 Memorial over there in that corner.
Okay.
Turn the triangle there. Go around the castle, kind of come all the way up Swarthmore Avenue till we get to the new clock, brand new clock. That PJ helped. He's like, "What's up with the clock? Hey, let's get this clock fixed." Next thing you know, the clock's fixed.
Can you say that about the bridge?
Are you guys going to march over? Are you guys going to march over the bridge?
We can't march over the bridge.
This fucking country.
I thought it did. Didn't they put like a little breezeway over the top of the bridge?
Well, we can breezeway the bridge, but we're not marching it.
All right.
So, anyways, but we make our turn there. We actually have a moment of silence for the bridge until and then we come right up. We come and we pass by what we call Irma's Way. Because Irma used to be able to look down upon us and do that, and that's for PJ's mom. But and then we finish here. It takes about a whole 20 minutes, and after that, we're thoroughly parched, and it's time to.
It wears you out, man. You need to hydrate.
Exactly.
Don't let dehydration ruin your vacation, man. It gets hot in those early January days.
I mean, PSG, when do you sleep?
I'm trying to figure that out. It's been tough lately. This football season has really, like you said, you from 6 years ago when I spoke to you to now is 6 years ago was such a long time ago. And these games have gotten so much more difficult for me. I'm literally taking 2,500 to 5,000 pictures a game.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, I have to imagine. I mean, you're probably down there at least an hour early or more. And
an hour early. It takes me an hour just to get from point A to point B anymore. Right. I don't get I sometimes I can't take pictures with everybody, and it's because it's that. But I used to not say no to anyone.
No.
Now I gotta get somewhere, and I'm like, just come walk with me to take this picture if you want the picture. I need to get somewhere. And
have you upset anybody yet? Anybody write you a nasty text message?
Oh my God! I don't have so many haters.
I'm talking about no, you didn't stop and take a picture
haters,
with me.
And I'm not talking haters. No, not like that. Just haters that hate that I do this because. I just call it jealousy now at this point. It's like I have created a job,
a brand,
where I get to go roots on my teams as much as I can. Because if I'm not at the game, I'm here at the bar. So it's not like I'm going to watch.
I'm going to answer this question. I mean, isn't that what all branding is? Like, you want to get your name. If you're a band, if you're a beer, if you're a bar owner, if you're a podcast, like. Isn't that all what it's about? Is just so people can recognize you? And I love how people get upset about that. I do.
Right. And it's funny. One of the stories I have about Garage Beer, right when they started to get in here, they've sponsored a guy who won. He got to go to a game with PSG, and the guy they chose was from Idaho. Literally, Idaho Joe is in my phone now. He's literally in my phone, but he came from Idaho all the way for the San Francisco game. So what a game to come to!
Yeah.
That sucked for him.
Yeah.
But literally, I had to pick him up at the airport and took him down to go tailgate and go to the game and stuff like that. It was literally
when you pulled up in your car, were you in full gear at this point?
I was.
Oh, that's great. Could you imagine getting there?
You ever get in a road?
You should start PSG Uber, just pulled up in this. Arrive here.
You ever get
what's up? You
ever get a road rage incident on the way there when you're full regalia?
Say again?
You ever get in a full road rage incident, in full regalia?
No, not in full road rage.
Someone cuts you off and you're like, what the fuck? And they're like, ah!
So I tell you what, for instance, today I was doing a commercial for Tylenol.
That's okay.
And I kept the face paint on, and I went to go get the fireworks from TNT.
Yeah.
And so I go in there.
Chester's finest.
It's
Upland's finest, I believe.
Actually, it's Upper Chai.
Upper Chai. Oh, that's right. It's Phantom Fireworks. That's in, yeah.
There you go.
We don't discuss them. Do you still need an out-of-state driver's license to get the shit in PA?
No,
okay.
It's legal now.
It's all good now? Okay.
So, and ultimately, as I'm driving down the road, there's a... Say again? So, there's tractor trailer driving right next to me, all horn. I look over, he's blowing the horn to try to get my attention because I'm still in face paint. So, and that happens more frequently than not. People love it.
Have you gotten really recognized without the paint, like a store? Maybe somebody didn't know you beforehand. Are you a Philly sports guy?
I tell you, when I go shopping at Walmart and I'm not wearing a hat, people will come up to me and be like, in fact, it's just about everywhere now. I go, there's somebody that recognizes me, and it's like I said, I'm at Walmart, so I spend a few minutes. I'm like, thanks, and it's like I don't know what to say half the time because it's
Have you signed an autograph?
plenty.
That's awesome.
So I was reading, it was an ESPN article about 2.5 months ago, where it was Fireman Fred for the Jets. Is that his name?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
He is launching a crusade saying that the NFL is perpetually trying to limit screen time of mega fans like yourself. Have you experienced anything like that?
I don't
Have you been discriminated
Here's
against?
the thing. I don't ever see myself on TV unless somebody sends me the picture, and I don't care. I don't do it for the television time. People see me and they get a certain feeling about seeing me. Other than that, I don't pander to the camera. The camera finds me because I am who I am.
Fireman Fred in the article just did not do it justice because he literally was just like, we're losing and we're not converting a third downs because I need to be able to lead the team and be seen. It's like, oh, not a good look.
Yeah, now you're making it about yourself, bro.
Have you run into like bad representatives in that world? Like,
yeah, have you had somebody say like you should be stripped of your face paint? Like, is there somebody like, not to be funny about it, but like you're making what we do look bad?
No, not me personally, but I know some of those people. And I. All right,
do you have like a black?
I'll tell you
a
story, and I know he's not watching here, so it's going to be okay. So, Captain Seahawk.
Yes.
I tell you, that sounds hysterical already. Captain Seahawk is there at the draft.
Wait, hold on. Is it Captain Seahawk or like Captain Seahawk?
No, Alice, Captain Seahawk.
Okay, all right.
And he wears this goofy. You've seen him if you're a Seahawk fan or watch a Seahawks game. He goes to all these games. He wears this big, ridiculous wooden hat, and paints up his face and sat. Anyways, we're at the draft.
I gotta look this guy up.
And he's talking.
Detroit this year, that one?
Well, no, this is 2 years ago, a couple years
Cleveland?
ago. It might have been Cleveland.
Okay.
Yeah. And the NFL, like, he's just not a good fan. He's very me-centric. Actually, it was with the masks because I had a mask on. And he I took a picture and I did something kind of funny, which the camera liked. And he kind of grabbed me and, like, hit me in the face in the process. So it was like, but he was one of those guys. Anyways, yes, that's him.
Oh yeah, I wasn't a fan of his actions on January 6th at the Capitol.
He still looks like the worst impression of the Ultimate Warrior.
He still owes Nancy Pelosi her laptop back.
So, anyways, he winds up winning 2 Super Bowl tickets that draft. The NFL gives him 2 Super Bowl tickets for all the charity work he's done. He hasn't done no charity work.
That fucking stolen valor bitch.
And everybody on the Seahawks knew, like the Seahawks fan base knew.
Yeah. Your captain's like
I never imagine that. Like, hey, listen, you're an Eagles fan and you just won. Somebody comes in here and gives you 2 tickets to the Super Bowl. We would all cheer for him. I tell you, crickets. It was crickets from the Seahawks fan base. I'm like, wow, that's ridiculous. So, like, you think of the fan base,
they're not behind their captain.
Bad fans could be there are some fans out there that don't get it.
It's funny when I googled Captain Seahawk.
Going with a date.
When I googled Captain Seahawk, like it starts giving you options. Well, the second option was Captain Seahawk's wife.
Oh,
yes,
little
yes,
kind of hot.
Yes, she is hot.
Captain Seahawk can. Yeah.
So Captain Seahawk is a
the sky.
He's a pilot.
He's a pilot?
Yeah, he's a pilot.
Oh, that's how he gets the scooch.
Yeah.
I get it, man.
Yeah. So he's
yeah. Well, by the way, you brought that up. Listener here, a certain man by the name of Ron Fisher, said drones are welcomed at the Dummers. Is this correct?
Yes, absolutely. Bring all the drones.
And not all heroes wear capes. Ours wear face paint. Face paint. Go Birds.
Go Birds.
Go Birds.
What's the main Mummers faction that is part of D-Dummers. It's spelled out D-Dummers, right?
It's D-Dummers, and there isn't any one faction.
Okay.
There are a number of different ones that are represented here, and it's not affiliated with any of those.
Do you get any blowback from the real mummers? People, some of those people take that shit uber serious, man.
Hey, listen, we're not interfering with their day.
No, I know you're not.
They
I'm
can
just saying,
actually-
I know this.
They can wear their dress a second day if they want to by just coming here. So that's kind of what we're promoting.
Overbrook String Band used to make their way down in Clifton because they used to practice on Broadway Avenue down the street. But like you don't like nobody goes. They don't give you a hard time. No problems.
No. In fact, it's like I said, because it's so boots to the ground.
Yeah.
It's something that you want to be a part of.
That's good to hear because I get afraid about. I get annoyed by that shit.
Yeah, they get a second use out of it if they want to do it, man.
That's exactly what I feel like. It's who wants to just wear the one dress to the prom?
Can I just say, and probably it's probably gonna get a lot of boos about me, but it's not a big fan of the mummers anymore. Just kind of old hat to me.
I'll tell you, I feel like that the Mummers Parade hasn't lost its luster. It's lost some of the meaning that it used to be about. And I feel like that's part of the issue.
Alcohol.
Now, but I think that the party was what it was about. Now it's more very scripted, and the party's kind of diminished around it. The guys are still partying, but it's not the same like it used to be.
Yeah, I was thinking that like since 2016, basically when I started working down the city, is like it lost its mystique. It's like I thought because I got older.
I'm in a fantasy championship, and this guy scored his second touchdown. And
Me too, Jameson Williams.
I have Jameson Williams on my fantasy, and thank God he's scoring touchdowns because I'm down.
Yeah, I got hosed. All my running backs got hurt. I was in the championship.
Oh my God, I had to find a quarterback the last second.
You didn't pick Michael Penix, did you? Because that cost me a couple hundred.
Oh nope, I did not.
He's not bad.
Although he's on my roster, I chose him.
If you want a running back taken out, let me draft him. I mean, that's kind of what happened. I'm glad I didn't take Saquon this year.
Yeah, I'm glad too.
So D-Dummers this Saturday, the 4th, be here at 1.
It's a special day in many worlds.
It's Al's birthday too.
It's actually my birthday too.
Yeah, we march. It's a hard march.
I might
have
come march for my birthday.
Fucking right.
I might do that.
Oh, you should go.
Is nudity acceptable?
Say again.
Is nudity acceptable at the D-Dummers?
It depends on how well you're dressed.
I put the D in Dummers.
Crotch paint.
Crotch paint? Could I paint it up to look like Gonzo?
Yeah. Big dong. Big dong.
Big dong.
So are you what facet are you being used in tomorrow for the infamous garage beer drop? Are you the host? The MC?
I am.
Big Dick.
The Big D.
Clark.
Get some of the Big D in you.
Full face paint, full
face paint.
Are you gonna
This is going to be a new face paint that you haven't seen.
How about cock paint?
Please don't tell me it's a tuxedo and it's going to look like blackface.
No, I'm not going to do blackface. Thank you.
It's bold, but it's
Larry Nani II wants to know: do you need to wear a mummer's costume to participate in said D-Dummers parade?
No. You can come as you are.
Just come drunk.
Yeah, you can wear your ankle monitor.
No, come sober, get drunk.
Yeah. Kind of like Nirvana says, "Come as you are."
Right.
You can wear their original name was Spina Bifida, Al.
Yes.
It's all tie-in now. It's come full circle.
Full circle.
Take Imodium beforehand too. That was their second name. You can you can show up in your pajamas. You can wear your ankle monitor. You can
exactly.
I love that shit, man.
Any way you want to be here, you just come here. Last year, even in the rain, we had thousands of people in the parade, and millions were watching from the streets.
I love that.
I mean, so it's a great time, and I tell you, I hear that the weather's going to be fantastic.
Yeah,
I'm looking up right now.
You can look at my YouTube from last year.
It's going to be cold, but not rainy.
Okay,
so
that's cool.
Dress warm. That's all.
What's cold?
I would say if you're not going to wear a mummers or mummer-esque type thing, go full birds or wear your Dolan's paraphernalia or both.
We will have some Dummers paraphernalia, some swag there too. So I'll be dressed up in Dummers gear, So I'll be definitely, it'll be Dummer's attire for me.
I think for my 42nd birthday, I will be at Dolan's in the Dummers Parade. I think we'll do this. Yeah. Big 4-2, baby.
How about that? Look at that.
Not today. Next week.
They're applauding that you haven't died by Saturday.
Don't place those bets just yet, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, we really thought the Eagles were going to have a bye, too, you know?
Yeah.
Never count your fucking eggs before they hatch.
Yeah, I'm going to
The
say
D&D Dumber stands for Al's diabetes.
Hey, yo, by the way, let's put this out there, by the way, because this is a running. I beat diabetes. I beat diabetes.
What was the score?
Yeah. One toe.
5.4. That was what it was. 5.6. I'm even below pre-diabetic now.
Eight toes to 2 amputations.
Huh?
I said 8 toes to 2 amputations.
Hey, I still won. I won.
So now you can eat your Fudgy the Whales out of the trash again?
No. I eat half of it now.
Okay.
That's how I beat it.
It taught you self-respect.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I'll be honest.
I
had some help.
You know who's Epic or Mandingo?
Manjaro.
You're on Mandingo.
Manjaro. But it's funny because like what they're doing now because people every time I tell somebody that they're like, you better be careful. You know, it hurts your stomach. It makes you shit your pants.
You're already doing that before.
I said no, it doesn't, because I need it. Not for the people trying to drop 20 pounds without having to stop eating.
I need to get back to fighting weight, though, Al.
Yeah.
So I can go fight Captain Seahawk and Assistant Captain Seahawk.
Take his wife. But yes, I had help, but it works, by the way. It works.
The Mandingo?
Manjaro.
Mandingo.
That's what they call me. Mandingo. Mangiare.
Oh, doesn't that mean something really bad in Italian?
It might. It means I didn't get my fucking Phillies hat. That's what it meant.
It's Gabouillons.
You know what I'm talking about, PSG. I got a little annoyed that there's a whole wall of Irish Philly stuff. But
here's Al and his Irish hate.
Fine.
An Irish bar.
I can't walk into the Majestic store. I can't go. I literally sat online. I even went on Etsy and eBay. And all I could find was the same fucking hat I had from 12 years ago.
Al couldn't find his Dego hat on Etsy.
That is a shame. I tell you, it's difficult to find specialty items anywhere.
No.
So, like, I even...
You know what? Yes and no, because I just said I went on Etsy and I found some shit that I need. Like, I just bought a house and did up my man cave in the amount of the time. So that's one of the big reasons we've been kind of on hiatus was me moving and going through I was living out of my parents' house for 6 weeks while they were working on a house. You know, a lot of things going on. It was just really.
I can only imagine that 6 weeks was a lot of.
Oh yeah. Thanks, Mom and Dad.
My apartment burnt down because of a crackhead. That's actually true. That was
a true story.
Too.
So I got to build my man cave, and one day I'll put some posts up on social media so you can see it.
I had actually bought you an Italian hat, but it burnt down in the fire.
Should we re-bring up the Philly fan caves with the Philly sports guy?
Honestly, that's kind of what I was leading to, because I saw one of those videos. I shared it out when you first did it, and it popped up on my reminders because it must have been right around Christmas time.
Are we counterfeiting?
But I used Etsy, and for a lot of my tchotchke paraphernalia around my...
What the fuck is a tchotchke paraphernalia?
Tchotchkes, you know, doodads.
Little dust grabbers.
Yeah.
That's what they are. Well, that tchotchke is a dust grabber. I thought that's what it was.
It's like a little thing on your desk.
Al's 41 going on fucking peepaw and his fucking phrases from the war.
It's like, all right, if you have like a bobblehead on your desk, a bunch of them, they'd be your tchotchkes. They don't serve a freaking purpose.
It just sounds so slurish coming from you.
Slurish. I don't even know what that means.
I don't eat pierogies made by this tchotchkes. It just has a tone coming from you.
It
just has an awkward feel.
Just because you're uneducated. Come on, man. It's word. It's an old word, but it's a word.
Yeah, we need them to make those hats, those little tchotchkes in their tiny fingers.
You can Google it.
I wouldn't even know where to start. I'm going to try to spell. Hold on.
Just say tchotchke.
No, Al.
What is a tchotchke? Double bite? Wow, I wouldn't even know where to start. So they spelled it TCHOTCHKE.
That's what it is. It's
Yeah.
a T.
A small decorative object that's that's not valuable or precious. It is a Yiddish term.
Oh, the Yiddish.
It is a Yiddish term. So I'm expanding my horizon.
No, you knew that came from the Jews.
It sounds more offensive coming out of Al now.
Now I don't know if the man barbarian saying ALS hammered or Al's hammered. I think he's saying Al's hammered. I'm not hammered.
Yeah, we've only had 2 fine garage beers, lime flavored.
Steve Prophet chime in, and we know this guy. I'll show you Flourish. I bet he will. Larry's chiming in, Mandingo. Nice PSG with the Dummers plug. That's from Joe Tolman. He's got the D Dummers for his Facebook profile picture.
Well, I don't know if anybody's noticed on mine, but Joe Tolman, I've been taking Craig around with me. Craig is Joe's brother, and I've been carrying. I do a little post every game, and Craig is 11-1. So we made that turnaround once I brought Craig with me. So
thanks, Krieg.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you should just go steal his wife.
Captain Seaward Hawk.
Yeah. You think like that's how that's how like a super fan gets caught by another super fan? You had gray and silver face paint in between your cheeks. Like is that how it all goes down?
I can't really speak. I don't know. That's not how Chief Saholic.
You don't have to answer. You don't have to answer the question. But have you in full regale?
No.
No. You don't disrespect.
The joke is still the same. The joke is still the same. The Philly sports guy does not get laid.
It's a badge of honor, Al.
By the popularity, I gotta imagine by the popularity at this point that there has been some little freaks come out of the freaking woodwork and said,
"This little shots
keep the face paint." I gotta imagine by now that's at least have you gotten an indecent proposal? Maybe to go on a girl's OnlyFans page, something.
No,
oh my God, only mega fans.
I will tell you, there was one time I was gonna make the joke with Sammy Draper when I was down there for the Super Bowl. I was gonna tell her, listen, just put some silver paint between your legs and just say it's a Philly thing.
That's funny. But I'm being dead. I understand you have a persona to keep up and very family oriented and yada yada yada. But at one time, you got to take advantage of this. And I want to wake up one morning, drink my coffee, turn on the news, and just be like, local mega fan stuff. Yeah.
He really showed those chotskis.
I will be like, at this point, I'd be like, Godspeed there, PSG. Godspeed.
Yeah, there's a number of different I just headlines that I can never ever have seen in the newspapers.
But no indecent proposals on your instant messengers or anything like that.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, there hasn't, and not as many as anybody thinks.
Did you like the snafu they used of you back in October, where they posted your picture on 6ABC as for the article about St. Francis of Assisi burning down?
Oh yeah.
I sent it over to you. I was just like, wow. They're like, St. Francis of Assisi, like 5-alarm fire, and it was your picture because you had done like an article that and there was a snag within the algorithm.
I did not see that.
Oh, it was perfect.
Wow, that's funny.
St. Francis of Assisi, 5-alarm fire.
All the gas can and a lighter. It was crazy.
I'm on fire.
Oh yeah, your school burnt down. Oh yeah.
If that's the fire alarm going off.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's it. The PSG alarm
fire
system.
Alarm.
There you go. No, seriously, get out. Yeah. All right, guys. Want to? What's the any other topics we have to touch on? Yeah, I know. Come on in.
Tag.
All right, thank you, PSG guys. Follow him on his social media if you haven't already. Jamie, the Philly sports guy. You know him. You love him. Follow him. PJ Dolan back at the table. What's going on, PJ?
Don't bury the lead, Al.
Hi.
I buried the needle, not the lead.
Talk about it.
I bury the Chotskis.
You wanna do it?
It just sounds wrong.
Do you want to do it?
What? I literally do not know what we're doing.
PJ, do it.
The big announcement?
Yeah.
All right.
Go ahead. Hey, everybody, this is a good one.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, first time publicly announcing here that Delco Day 10 will be here at Dolan's Bar.
That's right. The 10th installment of Delco Day is coming to Ridley, baby. Ridley Park right here at Dolan's. 10 years in the making.
The X factor.
The X Factor. We have we'll be having some graphics and stuff putting up very shortly. Usually we really push it hard after the Super Bowl, hopefully
Push it real good.
after an Eagles Super Bowl victory. But no, it should have happened a while ago. Things just work.
Everything happens when it's supposed to.
Yeah, no, and the 9 years prior have been amazing.
Yep.
Only 2 of the places are shut down since we've been there.
Which ones are tailgaters?
No.
We shut that one down for a different event called Cliff Miss.
They shut themselves down.
Generations got shut down because of we actually have a very bad track record of keeping bars afloat.
That's because of cousin fucking. That's what got them shut down.
What, tailgaters?
Yes.
Cousin fucking.
Cousin fucking.
Literal.
I am not kidding you.
Now, we have 20,000 listeners minimum. That's libel if you're not 100% sure, dude.
I'm sure.
Those tchotchkes love their own blood.
But the first Delco Day was at the Eagles Den in Upper Darby, which got themselves closed because they tried buying Rick's and that didn't pan out.
I thought that was cocaine.
Same idea. That's kind of the
wasn't even good cocaine.
Yeah, it was sugar. It was powdered sugar. The second one was at JD
Ralston's,
which is the old. It's been 12 things since then.
It's currently the Social.
This is called the Social. Yeah,
okay.
That's in Morton. But then, of course, many years over at Marty McGee's.
Absolutely.
Thriving still. So you're welcome. We took a couple of years, but we got it right.
Right.
And then
9 times a charm.
Couple times we've been at JT Brewski, still thriving. And now the 10th installment. I can't believe 10 years though, bro. I mean, we have to admit,
How about that?
I want to take a little victory lap with you right there.
I'm honestly shocked that we're alive and not
oh, Jesus
I wholeheartedly mean that.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
From who?
Oh yeah. We're gonna drink heavily now.
Oh god. Victory bombs.
Oh no.
Is this a victory formation?
Oh no, alcohol.
Thank you, Nicholas.
Darn.
Thank you, Nicholas.
For those who don't know, this is Hollywood Holbrook's first night drinking.
Yeah, geez. What do you guys do with this? What do you guys do with this?
He doesn't know what alcohol is.
I thought you meant
He's not the only
I thought
alcohol.
you took a vacation.
No.
That's where we were for 3 months.
I did take a vacation. I went to Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Everglades City, and Atlanta to be drunk the entire
time. All right, so why don't we do this?
Oh, it's in there. Oh, we're not even dropping it. It's
all right, how about this? Hold on. Whoever is the last to finish
I'm going to be the last one. I'll tell you
has to go shirtless for 20 minutes at Delco Day.
It just happens anyway.
It's hot.
And I know it's going to be me. I don't chug.
Hold on. Right. With green and silver paint on your tits.
Done.
The only thing that stopped us in the past is we didn't have the paint.
Doesn't have to be Jamie's.
Me and my wife role play. We've done Philly Sports Guy. We've done it. I'll put it there. I'll admit it.
I painted a pumpkin to look like him and then made love in front of it.
To the pumpkin.
Did you warm it?
It survived the fire, and I tried to bring it with me to the new place.
All right, here we go. Let's do this.
God,
on 3 we lift. On 3 we lift.
Is it? It's just Guinness.
It's a bomb.
No. There's it's peanut butter.
Screwball?
Nick, what is this nonsense?
It smells freaking delightful.
Shot of screwball.
So we can't actually say the CB word?
Yeah.
No, we can't. It'll actually get caught in the algorithm because I made a post actually to PSG.
Why?
Where I was talking about these drinks where it's
Baileys
and all that. They flagged me for 10 days for terrorism.
Automotive explosion.
I'm dead serious. And then when I appealed it, I said it's a drink. They sent me a thing. They said you should educate yourself more on the conflict in Northern Ireland and gave me a 15-day ban.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm dead fucking serious.
All
right, on 3 we lift.
We can't use the CB words.
On 3. No. On 3, we lift. 1, 2, 3.
Sweet tits, Al.
I'll show my tits. I don't care. Barely.
I'm very body positive.
Are we talking about life or generally? And I'm not sure.
I want to see them silver Chotskis.
Can I just put some out there? I don't chug much. I definitely don't chug Guinness much.
Oh, look, Al's diabetes is back.
I kept up with you motherfuckers.
I did, and I got more on me.
His Mandingo, he has no appetite.
Yeah, I blame Manjaro for that loss. I should get a 10%.
Ozempic.
You know, my son, literally my 9-year-old, I hear him in his bedroom going, Ozempic. I'm like, seriously?
Changing the country, Al. Changing the country.
I'm covering that. Do you think that's what the drones are?
Yeah, definitely Ozempic bots. Dropping down Ozempic pills on everybody.
I'm telling you, Ozempic's what they're going to use to control the populace.
What's the other one?
Manjaro,
Wegovy, and Tirzepatide.
I think Wegovy.
Not that I know anything about it.
I think Wegovy's the one that's just for weight loss.
Yeah,
I think the other two are for diabetes.
And they're claiming that Wegovy gives you
phoners.
No, increased focus and things of that nature. Like
so the whole
vigilance.
So what I was
because you're not thinking about food.
That was what I'm. That's one thing that they've been using it for people with alcoholism too, because it curbs cravings.
Fucking intervention.
Yeah, dude. We use CBs.
Took 90 days to write this script up for you, buddy.
Look, I'm sorry, I know, but
they are using it for that purpose.
Yeah.
Look, I've been on vacation for 10 days, and yes, I have adopted the lifestyle of the mom from eating Gilbert grape.
Did you go to Better Livings in Tampa, Florida?
No, but I definitely did stay next to a rehab place. I was like, oh, it looks nice.
Dude, some of those rehab places are freaking awesome.
Well, yeah, dude.
I want to have an addiction just to go.
Some of us only have health insurance that can afford the Falcon Center, Al.
Yeah, that's right. Eagleville.
Falcon Center, class of 04, man.
Eagleville's rough.
Oh.
Eagleville, Miramont. What else we got?
Well, maybe you go back because that was when the Eagles were in the Super Bowl.
They didn't win.
They were in.
So
they won.
I don't think I ever told you when I went to rehab. I went into Malvern Institute.
Okay. Ooh, fancy.
Oh, high end rehab.
Hold on. So I'm doing my intake, and number one, they were just absurdly like dumbfounded with the amount that I was doing.
When you impress a rehab counselor, it's awesome.
So they said, "What's your mother's maiden name?" And I give it's intake, right? They go through all your shit.
Why do they need to know that?
I don't know, but
testing you.
Come to find out that my grandfather, whose name was Bud Light, was in there 80 years prior.
I can't believe it's been around that.
Leicht.
Bud Light.
Bud Light.
I know a guy with the last name Light like that. Yeah, I have a friend.
Yeah,
Bud. We call him Bud.
Bud Light. Yeah. It's probably my cousin.
Yeah, I was roommates with him.
He's a Cowboys fan, so I don't like him.
Fuck my cousin.
Huh?
Fuck my cousin.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was roommates with a Colombian guy named Booger Sugar when I was there.
Mr. Booger Sugar.
He's on speed dial.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Look at that chirping Puck shirt over there. And that's
Frankie. I know who designed that shirt, by the way. I know the guy.
So does he have 8 toes?
Yes.
Yes.
And Manjaro.
The opposite of web feet.
Yeah. Well, luckily we're 2 different toes on 2 different feet.
Is it really?
It makes it.
So let me ask you, how bad did it look when they were like, all right, it's time to go? Or were you like, these might make a turnaround?
Oh, no.
Oh, I love that they actually
what did it look
I couldn't afford it. I just gnawed them off.
Was it the pinky toe?
No. Yeah, it's the pinky toe.
So, was it?
Yeah.
All right. So what did it start to look like? You got give me the whole.
You think this is serious?
Oh no! So you do have your toes.
I have all my toes. We're just kidding with you.
I just lost a friend who lost.
I wasn't that fucked up. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No. I was just literally. This is what happened. I'll tell you what happened.
Al didn't have like the type 1. Al had the he's fat and he needs to be fat.
Did
one.
he lose his?
So
did he lose his one big toe?
No, thank God. I'd be dead. I would have killed myself. But it started when we were across the street here, our original studio here in Ridley Park, and we moved in. And
you got diabetes.
I just was here a lot. I was eating at.
Don't blame
you and Jimmy were sleeping the same amount of hours.
Yeah.
You're like, wait a minute.
7-Eleven. eating crap all the time.
It was one specific story arc, Al.
Go ahead.
Because that's where my 40 pounds extra.
See, he's
pounds
good at the
came
story
from.
arc.
We had done a summer 2019 where we had done White Claw against Natter Days.
Yep.
And
I
we're
remember
much
that.
like trying to get the garage sponsors. We were trying to get sponsored by Natty Light and Natter Days. And they came out and they made it seem like it was a seltzer, like an equivalent to a White Claw.
It was
like
sweet, right?
Your choice. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They made it seem like it was a healthier option.
It was like a
comparable.
sugar-free seltzer.
Healthier option.
And we're like, man, this shit's really good, and like
Meth
whatever.
Light.
And then we're like, we're getting fat as fuck. Like, what is
Dude,
going on?
I
Then-
drank a whole case of it at my daughter's graduation party
And then,
by myself.
and then finally, I guess there was a delay. Like the nutrition came out, and they're like, each one of these is the equivalent of 3 Twisted Teas.
They're like, shut up. It was like 2 sodas, 3 Twisted Teas.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, each
Eat a
one,
bag of Twizzlers, you get halfway there.
each one's
I
like
went into work-
220 calories
this is what
or
happened one day.
carbohydrates.
I go into work. I work in a medical practice. And I'm like, I went to the bathroom like 2-3 times, pissing so hard I could chip porcelain. Like it was just like a full stream. And I'm like, God damn. And I come out and I'm like, I can't stop pissing. So one of the girls go, come here. And they have one of those glucose monitors where you prick your finger. Your normal's supposed to be around anywhere from like about,
It was higher than your credit score.
yeah, well, no, as low as my credit score, but it doesn't make it better.
Okay.
Your normal's around anywhere, like if you just ate around 100 to 110, and if you did eat anywhere, depending what you eat, anywhere from 120 to 130 ish. I was 360, so I had to call my doctor, make an appointment, started the metformin thing.
Did they slow clap?
My
15 years
I
ago,
know-
Al. Why are you going to bring it up?
I know my
Or a whole rope.
I know my doctor very well, and he's just like, Al, you have diabetes because you're an asshole and a glutton. That's
You're
exactly
an
what he
asshole.
said. You're an asshole. That's what he said. You're an asshole. And I
Alright.
said, you're absolutely right. And I said, I take that as a challenge. Now I'm going to stick this needle in my leg once a week, and I'm going to go away.
So did you try to lose weight at that point?
Yeah. I mean, I be honest with you, I did drop a lot before the Manjaro. Not a lot. I mean, I dropped some weight, but I dropped my blood sugar
Okay.
because I was when I had my your A1C should be around 5.5 is right before
Sounds like a
pre-diabetes.
tax bracket.
Huh?
Sounds like a tax bracket.
Yeah, should be like right around pre-diabetes, right? Anything from there to like 6.5 is like pre-diabetic, and anything over that's you're diabetic. I was 9.2. I was way out of there. So when before Manjaro was a thing, I was able to just diet and do things like that and bring it to a more respectable level, but still diabetic.
Got it.
Then they said, let's do this. And I mean,
Stop chugging the hollandaise at the
Dude.
Clam Tavern.
dude, I kid you not, when you first start taking this shit, I had to force myself to eat.
Yeah.
That was the weirdest part.
Yeah.
Now, a year
Do
now.
you still get nauseous?
A year in 2 weeks. It'll be a year that I've been on this medicine.
Do you still get nauseous?
No, I never got nauseous.
Okay.
The only time I got any weird side effects from it, this is a true story. So, because of everybody abusing it for weight loss, all those stay-at-home moms trying to lose a couple
Booger
of
sugar?
Yeah, no, they don't use that anymore. This is the new booger
no.
sugar.
People still use booger sugar.
But
Just because
It
the
was-
Burgundy
it-
closed doesn't mean that people don't do it.
so the 5 and the 7.5 pens were hard to come by.
Okay.
So they said, well, why don't you just do a 10 and you do it every 2 weeks? I'm like,
So you started at 10.
no, I went to 2.5 to 5, but then I couldn't, and I'm only at 5 now. I didn't need to go any higher. Most people, 10 is normal. Like I didn't even need a high dosage. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, well, I can't get this shit, and I'm on it, and it's helping, so let's do something about this. They said, well, take the 10 since we get the 10. My God, I do not know how people would function with those side effects. I was burping and farting fierce 24/7, and I'm talking pure sulfur smell.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
You came in here and you kept like fucking burping in the back. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I ran outside because it was that bad.
It sounded like your ants was coming out of your
I
face.
would literally from the
Felt
burps
better.
alone. I went over the 7-Eleven and I bought the big bag of the evergreen individually wrapped spearmint and just started suckling on those.
I am going to say something, and I'm thankfully I'm not on camera.
Okay, you're on camera.
I was at the Kentucky Derby in probably 2008. I went for like 10 years in a row, and it was just debauchery, right?
Yeah,
just the amount of chemicals I put in my body out there. It was mainly one. 5 days I go, no sleep, no eat, literally just bourbon and Colombian marching powder, right? By the 5th day, we're at the. Yes, I'm talking about when I went to the Kentucky Derby and my intestinal tract reversed and I started farting out my mouth.
Dude,
I swear to God,
that's at the side.
We were in a cab and I started doing it, and like everyone's like, "What the fuck,
dude?" Like I was, oh my God,
what is the?
I was holding it in; it would come out my nose.
Yeah,
and it smelled out my nose.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I was like, you know what? I might have a problem. I could have a problem with this.
There might be an issue here.
Issue with that?
I like the Kentucky Derby, so don't beat yourself up.
Oh, I'm not beating myself up.
There's
I'm just
a time and place to do.
What I'm trying to say is this isn't sustainable.
Hey,
you know what I mean? Yeah.
It's like people like.
And when you're on the Manjaro, so the whole thing is the whole science behind it is that it's supposed to leave the food in your system longer to break it down. You know, to there he is. Get in that camera. Get in the camera. There's Prof. We haven't seen him in a while.
Please, no slurs and no.
We're not using the word tchotchke anymore.
Yeah, I saw that. That's why I came down. Sorry. It's Hanukkah. I was already got all the Jewish stuff covered.
Oh, jeez.
I turned on and I was like, tchotchke. Like, that sounds like a slur. I'm like, it's Hanukkah. We need some representation, man.
Oh my God.
They took our award. Now they took our holiday season.
Yeah.
Oh my God. This is why we were on the air for 90 days.
It's a reset.
So
already scaring me.
So you're not to get really too graphic, but your dookie comes out in one Play-Doh infused log.
Okay.
All at once, like no stop, no cut off until it's done. Like in the beginning,
like a Snickers coming out of the oven perfectly.
Like, did you want to? Yeah, did you want to try like the waffle attachment to your ass?
Like
a Romano.
I was gonna put a little star. I was gonna slide a little star in front of it just to see if it would come out like a star,
like a spritz cookie.
Yeah, exactly. But like that was the first and only real side effect I had to get used to because
people are never eating here again. You know?
Well, they're not eating. That's why we did it tonight.
That's why
we did it on Monday. I mean, I had to put my legs up on the tub to brace myself like a stirrup.
Okay.
He needed leverage.
So that was at 10 milligrams.
I came out sweatier than usual in the bathroom.
That was at 10 milligrams.
That was the 10.
So you're like, I gotta pull the throttle back.
Well, so it proves my fact that if you don't need it, that's what happens. Because when I did that, I started having that in the burps and the farts and stuff. Yeah.
Are you on the Ozempic or Wegovy? You don't have a gallbladder?
Yeah.
Really? What'd you do? Sell it? All right.
Well, they're coming out with the oral version, so maybe you get past that.
He likes anything oral version.
Yeah.
Did you get the Ozempic? I'm sorry. Did you get the gallbladder thing after the Marty McGee's Fat Boy Challenge? Well, I mean, that's one thing in itself, but yeah.
Memorial Day
2014? Oh, you've had it.
Bro, your Lions better fucking kick some ass, man. I don't want to see the San Fran win. Even though it's not helping us. I hate San Fran. I'd much rather go after them than see the San Fran win.
Are you from Detroit? Ah, shit. Are you from, like, Ipswich, Michigan?
Let's go. All right.
So why the Lions? I have to. So
was it Barry Sanders?
Well, hold on 1 second.
Barry Sanders in the 90s, dude.
1 second. 1 second. So for those who can't see it on the camera, we have a gentleman here at the bar who's watching the Lions-Niners game, and he's got a full Lions, pretty sweet.
It says bomber
jacket.
The wind does not stand a fucking chance against that.
And he is full Delco guy, but Lions fan. Is it just? Did you feel not enough pain being an Eagles fan for all those years? He said, screw it, man. He went, I really want to self-mutilate myself. I'm going to be a Lions fan.
They can't break my heart in the playoffs if we don't make it.
You want to come up here and tell the story? Tell the story. Come on.
Come up. I have a Barry Sanders jersey. They're going out to Detroit.
It's funny. I told my son.
Yeah,
Get on the mic.
have a seat. Have a seat.
I told my 9-year-old. My 9-year-old said to me, because he's a big Eagles fan, and we watched the game together. He goes, "Dad, if you had a choice, if the Eagles weren't around and you could just choose any team," I said the Lions, because they were the only team who was had their hearts ripped out over the years than, as far as I can remember, maybe Cleveland.
Lions, Bengals,
Cleveland,
Browns, yeah. Lost their
that whole upper quadrant there in the United States. So why the Lions? When did it happen? How old are you? Let's start with that. 36.
Like our age. Yeah.
Yeah, get in the mic. There you go.
Yeah. I'm 36. Always been a Barry Sanders fan.
Yeah, he's the best. He's the best.
Yeah, exactly. How could you not?
Because he was great, but then he retired in like 2000. Also, like Joey Harrington took over, and they went 0-16, and Dan Orlovsky, and
it wasn't like my friend, my father, somebody was a fan, and I just became a fan.
No,
you just said, forget the birds. I'm just going to be a Lions fan.
We're roughly the same age. Is it because Barry Sanders was so good in Madden '97 that you're like, fuck, this is my boy?
When I was younger, I didn't realize, what team was from where.
Right.
I just saw a good player that I loved.
Yeah.
And I was hooked from that moment on.
I mean, it's a good color scheme, too. Like,
I like the new Lion, by the way. I think it's pretty sleek looking. But, like, listen, I give you credit, because a lot of people, they feel like you have to be a Birds fan because you're from around here. I mean, I feel like if I wasn't, I would have been shunned.
Good run, like 6 years of Calvin Johnson was a fucking superstar too, man.
Megatron was like
Matt Stafford. We seen what happens when you give him a staff.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
My wife is a hardcore Eagles fan.
Go Birds.
Yeah.
So NFC Championship game is going to be real rough in that.
Oh yeah.
You ever been out to Detroit?
Once.
It's sad.
He's like, I'm never going back. He's like, nah.
I enjoy my
football team, but screw your city. I'm out.
I was out there last year for 30 hours, and I ran out of shit to do after 1 hour. And fun fact, we were there, and we were like looking around, like the Urban Decay is like its own thing or whatever. But we didn't meet like a single person from Detroit. And we were there when the Lions beat the Broncos to clinch the playoff seed. And we were like, cool, man, like fucking Greektown or like over in Windsor's going to be like party time. And we're like, where the fuck is everyone? It's like they just run right back to the suburbs and Grosse Point Blank and all that shit. And we're like, oh, what the fuck? Yeah, we really tried to party, and just Detroit did not want to party, man.
Believe it or not, I've come in contact with a few Detroit fans out here.
Really?
Yeah.
Fans are like,
is there a
Detroit?
No, just fans.
Oh yeah, I mean that's different now.
Yeah. I believe it or not, like Costco, hardcore fans.
Costco?
At fucking Costco. Yeah.
They have everything at Costco.
Everything,
even Lions.
So I wore a sweatshirt there one day, and literally maybe 10 people came up to me and said, "Oh my God, you don't come across many fans out here." But here you come in contact with like 30.
I give Lions fans a lot of credit because they show up in droves for many, many years, like us Eagles fans, to a team that was bad. But I mean, we've been pretty relevant since the early 2000s, but you guys haven't until like the last 3 years. Is this the birth of that, do you think, for Lions? Like, do you think the Lions have sustainability to be the next decade, at least a relevant playoff candidate team?
Are they the next Patriots?
But not the next Patriots. We definitely have the team to be consistent for the next few years.
Yeah.
Is Jared Goff going to lead you to the promised land?
Jared Goff has...
I feel like he'll never get the respect he should get.
Definitely not. Absolutely not. However, he's having an MVP season.
He is. Yet nobody ever says his name when the world MVP comes out.
He's up there. He's in the running.
They chalk it up to the amount of weapons he has, you know. It's like he was in Los Angeles. Like, you could have farted the ball in the air and it would have came down. He's very much like that right now. Like, especially with Jameis Williamson coming out of the...
I just feel like Jared Goff will be one of those guys, and I'm as guilty as the next person on this. You know, the Rams got to the Super Bowl with Jared Goff. That's because the Rams had a good team and the coach was smart. and they did the right scheme around him. Then he comes to Detroit thinking like they're trading him away. Detroit's going to go to hell for a while. And let me ask you a question: when they first found out you got Stafford out, you got Goff in, did you shit your pants?
I was a little worried.
I got it.
I was a little worried.
You got 10 more years out of your quarterback doing that, though.
Yeah. No, it was
And now you give him weapons too. St. Brown coming out of nowhere, Williams coming out of nowhere.
fantasy point monster. Had him all year. I've been a Lions fan because
I love their stadium. The highlight of Detroit was number one. I love their food, but I loved Ford Field.
Okay.
I loved it. I also love how they're very much like Philly, where they put all their stadiums right next to each other.
yeah, other places do that.
Nah,
Now the Sixers are trying to screw that pooch.
I don't like that shit.
Don't get me started on that. Don't get me started on that.
Wait, where are you from in Delco?
Media originally.
Oh, fancy. Did you got Pancrest?
Did you come down here to fight somebody?
Yeah, from Delco. Yeah,
Did you get a Pancrest or
Strathaven.
Strathaven?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. What color scheme Strathaven? Are they blue and white?
No, black.
They're orange and black, aren't
Orange.
Yeah, black and Wild Horse Baltimore Panthers.
Gotcha. I don't pay attention to shit. Yes, my wife.
they? We literally run a thing called Delco Live. We should probably know the fucking team names around here, Al.
There's a lot of things I should do. I just don't. So there's that.
Strathaven.
Thank you, my friend.
Yeah, thank
Yes,
you for talking
no.
to me.
Go Cats, meow.
So a lot tonight. Talk drones, UFOs.
So hold on. So I didn't. There. How long you been married? 3 years. And our good buddy Kevin Haney. Shout out Kev, who is an AOH guy and has also been in our Dummers. Yeah, he's one of the greatest human beings you could ever meet.
You got some really good
Appreciate
regulars
their wedding.
around here, man.
How many times people tell me that and I meet them? I'm like,
Not with this
no,
dude.
I'm just kidding.
Not with this dude.
I was thinking about it today, man. You guys have like really good regulars, like in general, but like there's bars who have like their good collection of regulars. But your events are regular centric, but really good at branching out to the people who aren't here 4 days a week.
I mean, that's kind of what you want to do, right?
Yeah,
Like
a lot of
You
bars
guys police yourself.
A lot of bars.
I love it.
A lot of
I love
bars
it.
do shit and die with like literally the minimal people they got.
you
guys are
police
good
in this
bringing
town
people.
love us because we police ourselves.
And I'll tell you, I can walk into Dolan's twice in 2 days or twice in a year, and I get the same greeting.
Yeah.
Sammy, where you at, bud? I walked in today, jumped all over me. Love that man.
Like I hadn't been here for a while, but I came here for before a Iron Maiden concert in November, and
That's the most Delco.
so like I hadn't been here in like 2 months at the point. I felt really bad about not being here. But I walked in and like when we were
That's how
leaving, my
this
friend
goes
was like,
here,
"You know
man.
everyone in there?" I'm like, "Apparently."
That's how this goes, bro.
Dude, I love this place. I love this
It's
place.
all-
So for those who are just joining us, Delco Day 10 will be right here at Dolan.
The big day.
Yeah. A couple other pop-up episodes probably will be here as well.
If you don't know what Delco Day is, I mean, I'll give you the rundown. It is an all-day, 12-hour party, multiple. We're talking dozens of acts, local people, local celebrities, it all, every penny, every
And
penny.
we have gotten commitment from Garage Beer for support with that. So
Garage Beer will be
All
supporting this.
all right.
Love it. Love working with PJ on this.
It all
project.
goes
We're
to
having a good time.
Headstrong. All goes to Headstrong.
Yeah, we do it for Head. So, like I said, for those who are just joining us, those who are here new, it is a 12-hour event. By the way, 2 to 2. It is no small feat, and it will not be any smaller for the 10th anniversary.
We're going all out.
Yeah,
No,
it's gonna be.
I plan on dying on June 11th.
If we don't raise $50,000 for Headstrong, I will seriously light myself the fuck on fire.
So I do. I like how this party has moved, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I really feel that like this is a Delco Live thing. Like you guys do this and you do it well. And while I am the custodian of it, I will do my best for you guys to make sure that it's a killer.
And that's why we want to work with you.
Yeah, we know
got
you
it.
will.
You got it. You get it. The other places have gotten that too. And
Yep.
it's like it's not just like I said.
My baby Jim McGee.
Yeah,
My baby.
your baby. But like we always said when we started podcasting and doing something about Delco, we said we wanted to find a way to give back, but what would be the most Delco thing than having a party for charity?
Sure. Yeah.
And so
it is not. Do not wear a suit. This is not a fucking silent auction.
You don't have to.
Delco
You don't have to
possible.
buy
It's $6.10 at the fucking door. Every single dollar goes to Headstrong. And when we say we raised like 30 grand, remember that's from $6 fucking 10 cents at the door.
Let's try to get Corey Feldman to play it.
I will absolutely love doing that.
Splooge.
I went and saw him in Homedale, New Jersey.
Please tell us.
In July. And he
was it spiritual?
He was opening for Limp Bizkit, but not on like right before him. Like he was on like an hour and a half before him. I demanded to go in for him. He played 15 minutes.
How was that guitar solo?
Oh my God.
Did it change your life?
It was. I wanted to stop playing guitar after that.
Man.
I wanted to stop playing guitar after seeing him do that.
There you go.
Oh shit! All right. See,
Frankie
so
changed
it's
my
not even the
review
same
right
calendar
there.
year.
So
yet.
did the Feldman have the sequence jumpsuit on?
Yeah, he was dressed like Michael Jackson meets Madonna. Yeah.
What's really interesting about his and Michael Jackson's relationship is that it was completely platonic.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard.
I don't know if that's what he believes, though.
No.
No, he's just like, that's what I've heard.
Also, Michael Jackson never did anything weird.
I've never.
No. The greatest Chappelle skit was when they were doing the jury picking.
Yeah.
And he's like, I've never seen Michael Jackson's dick before. But I'm guessing it's bedazzled with sparkles and the pubes and all that stuff. And they're like, how'd you know? He's
They
like,
said because his vitiligo was like a barber pole, right?
yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I swear to God. Did you watch the documentary on that?
Which one? I watched like 4 of them.
With the one where the kids are getting real graphic,
Yeah.
talking about the Jesus juice and the
Yes. The ones where the kid is literally mid-sentence, where he's just like, he took me to Paris. It was great. And then it's the first time he put it in my butthole. I'm like,
I don't believe any of it. I think that the man was just a muse, and he grabs, every little soul and took their music from their souls, but he didn't grab the little souls. And
that's where we're going with this.
It's called like Leaving Neverland or whatever. That one. Yeah. That's what you're talking about. It's long. It's like 5 hours.
So he didn't feel the Feldman.
He was not mentioned in that.
Okay.
And then
Uncle Spiggy's Shrimp and Titties is chiming in right now.
Can we give them? Can we just give them a shout out,
Uncle Spiggy's
about being the most stellar as far as consistent commentary on Delco Live?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, listen, there's Matt Darbarian, Ian Fitzmyer, all great dudes. But Uncle Spiggy's Shrimp and Titties. Do we know who Uncle Spiggy's is?
We do.
We do.
Okay.
We do.
They were involved in the Natterday things with us.
Yeah. Shout out to you, Uncle Spiggy's, with your shrimp and your titties.
They are a strip
I have their
club
T-shirt. I wore it the other day.
Carrie, who used to be on the show, she took her driver's license photo wearing the shirt.
Is she on vacation too?
Vacation? Like from this? She just had another kid.
Oh, okay. I got like vacation.
The kid's probably like, I don't know, 5 months old now. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Not good with children.
But she still like can't get out.
Michael Jackson. Too soon?
No, it's not too soon.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Absolutely not. So what's up next for Delco Live outside of Delco Day 10?
Just keep on disappointing.
We're gonna keep winging it.
Disappointing.
Yeah, just keep on disappointing.
So listen, there's been some. In all honesty, there's been some slight changes here, and we were just kind of what we're gonna do is we're gonna be able to focus hard on Delco Day. We'll do some more pop-up episodes, keep people informed, posts. I'm gonna get the graphics together. Have our meetings coming up with you, Garage Beer, Headstrong, all those guys.
Can we make a commitment to the people in Delaware County that you're going to do more than every 90 days?
Yes.
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
This delay was only literally because he moved, my apartment burnt down, and like it was just discombobulated.
I don't want to hear this nonsense.
It was discombobulated.
I don't want to hear this life pops up bullshit.
Yeah.
It's rough. I mean,
There's a lot of moving parts, but
we're a foot on the gas for.
Would Rich Kotite accept these excuses?
No, he
No,
wouldn't.
thank you.
He
You're
wouldn't.
right.
All right.
I looked in the mirror and got mad at
Godspeed,
myself
Rich Kotite.
today.
No, but in all honesty, yes, you'll be seeing more and hearing more. I guess in aspect we might be here more than you wish us.
I'm
to
down
be.
with that.
So that means PJ
We
might be
work out
more of a
agreements.
might be more of a regular. I want to finally have that conspiracy theory show. Maybe that'll be the next show.
Well, you better do it before the fucking invasion happens, Al.
All right, so it's got to be before the Super Bowl.
I think it's January 20th. I think it's the big day, bro.
January 19th. Then January 19th, we will have the conspiracy thery.
There's NFL games.
I think there's either going to be bird flu.
Everybody,
there's going to be fucking alien invasion. There's going to be a lot that happens right before the.
You better get your script together. We got a lot to go.
Buy your medals, folks, and stock up, lock and load.
Love it.
Love it.
Yep.
Oh, that's our new catchphrase.
No matter what side you're on.
As we sign off, we say lock and load. Lock and load.
Locks and loads.
Yeah, well, that's my wife. If she locks the door, she's gonna get loads. Joking in 10, locked and loaded.
I probably will get fired, but that's cool.
Yeah, that's how I get fired. I'm gonna fire myself from this.
Yep.
I'm calling out fire tomorrow.
Oh, now fire. Did the people? Let me ask you a question before we go, because I know we've been on here long. I gotta ask you one question. When you went to work and told them that you had to miss a day or two, whatever time from work, because you're a crackhead,
rebasing,
because a crackhead burnt.
Is that the truth?
Yeah, literally, my apartment complex burnt down because a crackhead burned it down. We had sent
was it freebasing or crack?
So he was literally cooking crack on the stove because I had to drag him out of it.
How bad was this person at cooking crack,
dude?
Not very good.
Was there no baking soda involved in this?
No. He was clearly bad at cooking crack. Like
he was not the Martha Stewart of crack.
Yeah, he was a squatter too.
Yeah. Oh, was he?
Yeah, he's an unapproved tenant, man.
I was a squatter at 10 milligrams of fucking
squatting and grunting is more like it.
Yeah.
Bracing myself.
So how long did this happen?
This happened on November 15th.
So you can't use that as an excuse for Delco.
Well, it was.
We didn't have anywhere to live. We had no place to stay, and then the holidays kick up, and it's like, my
fun
stuff fact:
before that.
If your apartment burns down because a crackhead burned it down, you have to. Anytime you go in to retrieve anything that survived, you had to be chaperoned by a representative from the real estate company and a police or a firefighter, and it's very annoying.
Did you get insurance payout?
I'm self-insured. I'll get mine.
Okay. That's
2025
Delco Justice right there.
2025 starting with a hefty.
We used to do an episode called Delco Justice. We'd bring a lawyer on.
Talk for hours on that.
We would bring a lawyer on and have people.
The pumpkin sports guy.
You know what we could do an episode? I could do an episode on just how bookie friends of mine would get money back.
Let's do it. I
like literally like ripping dudes' driveways up and explaining to their wives why their driveways all fucked up.
I'll tell a story on that episode how I inadvertently became a bookie without knowing it. That happened. It's a true story. I didn't know what was happening. I'm going to tease it for the next episode.
Love it. I want to go drink some more garage beer, which, by the way, this garage lime is like one of the best lime beers I've ever had because it's not too much.
I had nothing to do with the recipe.
Like Bud Light lime and all that. It tastes like
I would like to take credit for it, but I have nothing to do with it. No.
Some places are like they make a beer and then they spray it with an air freshener of lime.
What they do?
This is genuine.
They make beer and they try to make it taste like fucking food.
The equivalent of this, Tostitos with a hint of lime. But
the equivalent of that is fucking cold soup that tastes like beer. That's all. And that's why it's fucking awesome. It's no frills and it's delicious.
When I go to my fridge and I grab a beer, I want a beer.
Right. No
it's
shit.
a beer.
Yeah, that's it.
Tastes like beer.
Yeah. With no like paternal stigmas to it.
What?
You know what I mean? Like paternal stigmas to beer.
What?
Like, well, my uncle used to drink Miller Lite and he used to beat the shit out of my aunt, so I don't do that. Like, there's none of that because it's new.
Your aunt,
you know what I'm saying?
Sorry.
What I'm saying is like,
what was she wearing? Did she
my racist cousin used to drink Budweiser, so I don't drink that shit. Like, people get stigmas when it comes to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like,
and then everything after that, it's been like, try this raspberry stout made from fucking periwinkle fucking creek and like gives a fuck. I don't want it to taste like this.
Yeah, what it tastes like.
I want a cold beer, dude.
You know what? my abusive
Go
uncle.
fucking birds.
My
by the way.
abusive uncle also ate pizza. I didn't stop doing that,
Right,
dude.
yeah. It wasn't the meth. It was the Michelob Ultra he was drinking.
Ever since PBR's Instagram told me if I wasn't drinking PBR,
Eat ass.
I should eat an ass.
Ass.
I needed to find a new beer.
Fuck out of here.
Funny story is that Kohl's. Yeah, funny story. They have a fleece jacket, it's all white with blue imprints of PBR's logo.
It's just eat ass on the back.
It's just on the back.
Comes with a toothbrush.
Yes. Yeah, one tooth. Just a toothbrush.
A tooth.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining us. If you haven't been down
Touchdown lines.
Go Cats, meow. Laporta.
Go
Porta potty.
Go Cats.
Love you all.
Guys, if you haven't been down to Dolan's, you need to get down to 24 East Sellers Avenue in Ridley Park on the 19078. PJ, food here every except for Monday nights, right?
Yep.
Right now?
Yep.
You see some pictures here. The wings, by the way.
Oh,
Chef's kiss.
they're not even like on the same tier as like other wings around.
They're just
here, man.
different.
No, they're you need to bring a bib to clean up after yourself and a fresh pair of underwear to clean up after yourself. Smash burgers are smashing. And the people here at Dolan's friggin' rock. So
All right.
staff's awesome. The people that come here are awesome. And you will get to at least taste that at the very least on June 7th, 2025
What was that?
for Delco Day 10. Yeah, it's June 7th. Yeah.
I think it's going to be a monster.
It's going to be the shit. So if you're not here, that's on you. And if you're not here, fuck yourself.
Yeah, you only had 6.5 months notice.
Yeah, you put your shit together. You better put it on your fucking calendar. You heard it first. There you go. Frankie James Photography is going to be there. You're going to be there. That's how I look at it. So other than that, guys, thank you for joining us. PJ, thank you for hosting us and putting up with
Thank you,
us.
guys.
Thank
It's
you.
nice to see your
And
comeback.
we are out of here.